The use of natural gas has several environmental benefits. The government is taking policy initiatives to increase the share of natural gas in India's energy basket from 6% to 15%.
Transforming India into a gas-based economy. A movement has begun and AG&P Pratham is part of this movement. A humongous effort made possible with the committed investment of rupees 15,000 crores in the next 5 years by our partners who believed in our efforts, making AG&P Pratham the largest 100% foreign direct investment company in the CGD industry. AG&P Pratham holds 12 city gas distribution licenses to exclusively supply piped natural gas to households, commercial businesses and industries and compressed natural gas for use in vehicles. With AG&P Pratham envisioning a CGD network spanning about 1,500 CNG and 15 LCNG stations. Such a journey had its beginning with the development of the City Gate station at Ramanathapuram, Tamil Nadu. And in the last 7 months, we have added 150 CNG and 3 LCNG stations across 12 GAs. We have created last-mile infrastructure for 62,000 households, of which 15,000 are commissioned. We have even adopted a hybrid delivery model using LNG supply chains to ensure gas reaches the end consumers without waiting for the trunk pipelines to reach. Also, we ensure our health, safety and environment team enforces stringent safety protocols from source till delivery to the end user. Honorable Prime Minister has given the vision for India's energy future. Energy access, energy efficiency, energy sustainability and energy security. As part of this initiative, AG&P Pratham has become the largest buyer of compressed biogas. Today, we have moved more than 1 million kg of CBG from 5 CBG producers catering to 10 districts. AG&P Pratham CSR initiatives betters the local community and helps the youth with skill development. AG&P Pratham offers more than 13,000 employment opportunities. Today, AG&P Pratham is within reach in 34 districts in 5 states covering more than 278,000 square kilometers, which accounts for about 8% of India's landmass. The change has begun. The change that plays a part in the progress of transforming India to a gas-based economy, in which AG&P Pratham is proud to play a part. Jai Hind.
Now, I would like to call upon SHRI Managing Director and CEO of AG&P Pratham, to brief the Honorable Minister about AG&P's current activities and plans.
I welcome Honorable Minister Sir, Secretary Sir, Joint Secretary Sir, Deputy Secretary Sir and other officials of MOPNG who have agreed to grace this occasion. We are joined today by our stakeholders not just from India but from across the globe, with people joining from Japan, Singapore, Philippines, Middle East, Europe, USA and other places. Sir, it is indeed a great matter of pride for us at AG&P, our shareholders, lenders, suppliers and contractors.
Okay, please carry on.
That we have achieved this unprecedented milestone of 201 CNG station in such a short span of time. Sir, need not to say, none of this would have been possible without the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, your guidance and continuous support from Secretary Sir and other officials from MOPNG to this industry. I would also like to extend my gratitude to the members and officials of PNGRB for their continuous support. Sir, the support from GAIL and other oil marketing companies has also been immense during this journey. Sir, AG&P's investment is the largest foreign direct investment, and in a while our stakeholders will definitely like to introduce themselves. Today we are witnessing an unprecedented high gas prices. These are exceptional times. However, we are very confident that under your leadership and guidance, the momentum developed by CGD industry will continue and thrive. We believe that the current gas pricing scenario is only an aberration, and our commitment to create robust infrastructure across our authorized areas remains strong, and we are committed to spend $2 billion in coming 5 months. Sir, with meticulous planning and great execution capabilities, we have achieved tremendous pace of infrastructure development, and some of the major milestones in CGD industry which we have achieved have been unprecedented. We have implemented almost 2 CNG stations every 3 days in past few months. Sir, we have also achieved 2 km everyday steel pipeline laying and 4 km everyday MDP pipeline laying. Apart from that, the focus is very significant of the company to connect the domestic household. As we speak, sir, 700 households are daily connected from the last mile connectivity, and we are going to speed up this to 1500 households very soon. Because of the monsoon, the speed is slightly late, but yes, we are achieving at 1500 households every day. Sir, we are aiming to cross the milestone of 1 lakh household connections by the end of this year, and we will seek your blessings again, which will motivate us to connect millions of households in coming years. I conclude my thanks to support to everyone. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. AG&P Pratham is proud of its association with the Japanese government, which has invested in AG&P through Japanese Overseas Infrastructure Investment Corporation, JOIN, and Japanese Bank of Industry and Commerce, JBIC. Hiro Soinaga-san, who represents JOIN, is connecting from Tokyo to speak about Japanese government's association with AG&P. Soinaga-san, over to you.
Thank you very much. Good evening. My name is Hiro Suenaga, and I am the Managing Director of Project Department at Japan Overseas Infrastructure Investment Corporation for Transport and Urban Development, which in short is JOIN. It is an infrastructure investment fund established by the Japanese government together with some Japanese private companies. I would like to first express my gratitude to all attendees. We are grateful that AG&P Pratham has already achieved to construct more than 200 CNG stations and 4 LCNG stations without significant troubles. I also would like to convey our thank you to AG&P Pratham members for their best effort on prioritizing the safety of the construction and operation. We would like to stay enthusiastic in closely monitoring this development. India is already witnessing an energy transition, and we are happy to see AG&P Pratham also one of the important players in achieving the vision. We have full confidence in India achieving the gas-based economy vision in the medium term and net carbon zero vision in the long term. We are fully committed in supporting AG&P Pratham in ensuring that the infrastructure will be developed across the entire area and every citizen is able to take the same advantage. Thank you very much for all attendees, and I believe glorious future of AG&P Pratham and India. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Osaka Gas is one of the oldest running companies in the world, which was established in 125 years back in 1897. AG&P is fortunate to have such an experienced partner to draw from as we go about setting up our own networks and operating them safely over a period of time. Takeshi Shinohara-san, Director, Osaka Gas, is joining us from Osaka to talk about how they are helping us proliferate gas-based domestic appliances and promote efficiency in industrial applications in India. Shinohara-san, over to you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Takeshi Shinohara from Osaka Gas headquarters in Japan. On behalf of Osaka Gas Group, I would like to extend my hearty congratulations for the inauguration of AG&P's 204th CNG station and 4th LCNG station. Osaka Gas is one of the oldest and largest gas utilities in the world with more than 120 years of business. We have close to 10 million gas and power customers and own a pipeline network of more than 60,000 kilometers. And through partnership with AG&P, we have been very excited in being part of city gas distribution in India. We sincerely appreciate the infrastructure development, which not only happened at a rapid pace, but also kept mindful of all the health, safety, and environment aspects, as Osaka Gas believe this to be of utmost importance. We see India as a key focus market as you have all the elements promising even greater growth, such as young and vibrant population, increasing per capita income, and high literacy rate, which we believe will lead to fast adoption of cleaner fuels such as natural gas. We at Osaka Gas are exploring future opportunities where we may offer additional solutions for Indian customers, such as highly efficient and safe gas-based appliances. We are also working to increase energy efficiencies for industrial customers so that natural gas remain competitive. We very much look forward to continue working together with AG&P and hence contributing to the Indian society. Once again, congratulations, omedetou gozaimasu in Japanese, on this 201st CNG station and 4th LCNG station. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Joseph Siegelman, Group CEO of AG&P Group, is one of the main reasons why AG&P started exploring business opportunities in India. He is joining us from Miami to talk about AG&P's commitment towards revolutionizing the Indian gas industry. Mr. Joseph, over to you.
Thank you so much. Honorable Minister PURI, Secretary Jain, esteemed colleagues. It is a great privilege for me to speak this evening. We are celebrating the achievements of AG&P Pratham's rapid build-out of its vital gas network. But of our 201 CNG stations, about 150 or more were built since the beginning of this year, a pace of almost one every day. Similar accomplishments have been attained for pipelaying, with home connections moving in earnest, bringing clean, efficient fuel to a vast population who live in AG&P's areas. For this, I salute the several hundred AG&P professionals and thousands of partners who are working so hard every day. However, I must take this opportunity to express my deep admiration for the government of India's own outstanding performance to promote gas from a small percentage of India's energy basket with a choreographed balance of unprecedented speed, safety, investment, and reach. In such a short time, you are succeeding in creating a gas-based economy. You set up and executed the concession framework that demands on-schedule infrastructure rollout as a foundation for each bid. You shifted the burden to companies and are delivering an optimized and expeditious outcome. In addition, our regulator, the PNGRB, has maintained consistency and transparency in its application of rules. I cannot overemphasize how predictability is important to foreign and domestic investors and entrepreneurs. Thus, the governance regime applied to the clean natural gas industry is, with careful consideration, not only world-class, but world-leading. Minister PURI and Secretary Jain, you and your respective teams have done something profound for your country and done it so well. Our company, AG&P, develops downstream and midstream gas and LNG networks from LNG terminals to city gas operations, with a specific focus on crucial markets in South and Southeast Asia. We actually see India and the India city gas model as a roadmap for other countries to follow. We are witnessing in India an extraordinary pace of urbanization and industrialization. There are so many opportunities to contribute to how this great society will look in years to come. AG&P Pratham is so humbled to play our role by accelerating the energy transition to natural gas that is commercially competitive and safe, to clean the air and provide energy for new and exciting businesses. This is a wonderful mission and narrative for us, and one that would not be possible without the support of the central government and its visionary leaders. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Joe. George Curie is a partner at I Squared Capital, which is one of the major investors in AG&P. He is connecting with us from Singapore to talk about ISQ's plan for India. George, over to you.
What is the time in Miami and in Tokyo? And Singapore.
Namaste, Honourable Minister Puri, Deputy Minister Jain, distinguished guests and colleagues. I'm George Curry, Managing Director at I Squared Capital, and pleased to be joining you from our regional headquarters in Singapore. I Squared Capital is a global infrastructure fund with over $35 billion of assets under our management. We have long been a highly active investor in India, having committed over $2.1 billion of equity capital across the roads, renewable energy, digital infrastructure and city gas distribution sectors. And as India targets to get 15% penetration of natural gas in the primary energy mix, city gas distribution will need to play a crucial role in creating the last mile connecting infrastructure. And based on this, we have invested significant capital to build world-class city gas distribution infrastructure across 19 geographical areas in the country. In addition to capital, we are bringing in cutting-edge and globally benchmarked technology to the city gas distribution sector. Some of these applications are being done for the first time in the country, and we are committed to uphold the highest standards in environmental, social, and governance policies. We are pleased to recognise that in AG&P Pratham, we have often exceeded local regulations across these three critical areas. AG&P Pratham has delivered 201 CNG stations and 4 LCNG stations at an unprecedented pace. And more importantly, the team has created quality infrastructure without compromising on health and safety standards. And this demonstrates the positive impact that global institutional capital can create in the sector. And I want to congratulate the entire team at AG&P Pratham for this achievement. Natural gas will play an indispensable role in India's decarbonisation journey, and I Squared Capital is committed to partner in this journey by continuing to invest in building quality, enabling infrastructure. I wish you the best.
Thank you, George. Now, we move to the part of the event where we interact with the customers from various segments and various locations. We start with the domestic PNG customer, Mrs. Karishma Bafana from Pal Road, Jodhpur, and with her is our regional head, Mr. Saumil Garg. नमस्ते करिश्मा जी।
नमस्ते।
क्या आप हमें बताना चाहेंगी कि आपको पीएनजी इस्तेमाल करके कैसा लग रहा है?
हाँ, पीएनजी यूज करना इजी है। हमको पीएनजी यूज करने के बाद 20% का फायदा हो रहा है एज कम्पेयर एलपीजी की तुलना में। इसको पहले तो हमको सिलेंडर बुक करवाना पड़ता था, उसको लेना, उसको रखना, उसका स्टोरेज करने सबकी होता था। अब उसकी मुझे कोई जरूरत नहीं है, मैं उस सबसे फ्री हो गई हूँ। और बिलिंग के लिए तो ये बेस्ट है। बिलिंग पहले हमको सिलेंडर घर में आता था तो हमको उसका पे करना पड़ता था, और पीएनजी को यूज करने के बाद हम उसका पे करना पड़ता है। और ये एकदम सेफ है हमारे लिए। इसमें कोई हमको ऐसा नहीं है कि हम अपना कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। पीएनजी यूज करना इजी है। और जगह हर पाइपलाइन आने के बाद में इसका गैस सिलेंडर से हम लोग अपनी जगह सब से मुक्त हो गए। और अपना
जनाई, मैं आपको बधाई देना चाहूँगा कि आपको और भी किचन में सुविधा मिल रही है इसके कारण। मैं आपसे सिर्फ एक सवाल पूछूंगा कि क्या आपको लगता है कि आपने 20% कमी की बात, वो तो दाम कम हुआ क्योंकि ये उससे सिलेंडर वाले गैस से सस्ती है, एक तो वो। दूसरा, जब भी आपका सिलेंडर खत्म होने वाला होता था तो शायद आपका एक स्पेयर सिलेंडर आप रखती थी ना घर में, जरूर होता है क्योंकि एक सिलेंडर खाली होने वाला है तो दूसरा जो स्पेयर सिलेंडर आपने, जैसे गाड़ियों में 4 टायर होते हैं पर एक टायर वो स्टेपनी डिक्की में भी होती है, तो आपको क्या लगता है कि यहां से आगे बढ़ने में सिर्फ दाम में कमी से आपको फायदा हुआ कि और भी आपकी घर चलाने में, आप खुद रसोई में काम करती हैं कि आपको कोई मदद करने वाला भी है रसोई में?
नहीं, मैं खुद करती हूँ।
खुद करती है? आपके पतिदेव मदद नहीं करते हैं रसोई में?
नहीं करते हैं।
अच्छा, वही उनको मत कहिएगा कि मैं सवाल पूछ रहा था, मैं कोई आपके बीच में कोई मैं तकलीफ नहीं चाहता हूं, पर नहीं, मेरा मतलब ये था कि देखिए, एक तरफ तो मैंने बोला आपको बधाई देना चाहता हूं, बड़ी बड़ी खुशी है क्योंकि हमें ऐसा है कि हमारा जो जीवन है उसमें, जब मेरी माता जी किचन में थी या उनकी मदर थी तो वह क्या था, अंगीठी होती थी, हम अंगीठी कोयले में करते थे, चूल्हा होता था, उसके बाद कई लोग स्टोव आया केरोसिन वाला, वो सारे अपने स्वास्थ्य के लिए हानि पहुंचाने वाले मीडियम थे। तो एक को मुझे, जब मैं आपको देखता हूं, आप खुश लग रही हैं और हमसे बातचीत करने में आपका धन्यवाद करता हूं, तो आपको लगता है कि ये चलते चलते सुविधाएं और भी मिलेंगी आपको? कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
सुविधाएं बहुत मिली है मेरे को, अभी तक मिलती आ रही है और आगे भी मिलती रहेगी।
चलिए, खुशी की बात है, आप में पॉजिटिव कॉन्फिडेंस है। मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि हमारे में हम जो काम हो रहा है, हम एक और भी मीडियम का सोच रहे हैं, उसका नाम है सूर्य नूतन। उसके द्वारा कि कोई गैस की जरूरत ही नहीं होगी, कि आपके जो बिल्डिंग है उसके छत के ऊपर वो सोलर पैनल लगे होंगे, उसी से चार्ज होके और आपके 8-10 घंटे के लिए चार्जिंग से वो आप पूरे घर का खाना बना पाएंगी। वो भी हम काम कर रहे हैं। आप अगर ऐसा मिल जाए आपके शहर में तो आप उसको भी ले लेंगी?
हाँ, जरूर यूज करना
हाँ,
चाहिए।
मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि आप लेंगी, पक्का। मुझे पूरे बहुत बहुत बधाई हो आपको। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mrs. Karishma. Moving on, we will now interact with our direct LNG customer, Mr. Chandrabose J, Managing Director of Kerala Minerals and Metals Limited, a government of Kerala undertaking. And with him is our regional head, Mr. Ranjit Ramakrishnan.
Good evening, respected sirs, Honorable Minister, and my dear colleagues. Myself is Chandrabose Janardhan, Managing Director of Kerala Minerals and Metals Limited. We are from southern part of Kerala. We are a fully owned state-owned company. Actually, we are a titanium dioxide integrated facility, starting from mining, then mineral separation, and up to titanium dioxide production. One good thing to say about KML is a fully government-owned company. It's a profit-making company, and we are in partnership with ISRO for producing aerospace-grade titanium sponge, which is very helpful for the space industry. Apart from that, we are into major supply of titanium, various grades of titanium dioxide to the paint industry in India. Regarding the usage of LNG, in fact, we are using various hydrocarbon fuels, and which is contributing around 30% of our production cost, of which 20% is right now we are using LNG. So we do have very active plan to convert most of our other hydrocarbon fuels into LNG because of its clean in nature and low emission and more energy content. And of course, the price factor is very less compared to the other LPG and furnace oil, which we are consuming right now in a large scale. So our burners, we are taking very active plan to convert our existing burners into LNG compatible burners. And we are ordering the new boilers, which will be supported with the LNG burner. And Regarding the partnership with the AG&P, actually we started the association from 2020, and the relation is very warm, very supportive, and at any point of time, the best part is that they are available round the clock, their support is available round the clock. So we are very happy that in terms of the efficiency of the fuel as well as the efficiency of the supply chain system, they are maintaining in Kerala. So we are actually we are planning to have a lot many other joint project like storage facility in our campus itself, and for supporting to other public as well. So at this moment, I'm saying this reaching to not on dispensing stations or units across the geography of India. It is not a small thing. It's a great achievement, great feat, and I wish all the success and for the future endeavors. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chandrakose. Lastly, we connect with Mr. Rohit Chaudhary, Director at Energen Sustainable Solutions, a producer of compressed biogas in Tamil Nadu. Mr. Chaudhary, over to you. So moving on, now that we have introduced you to our investors and key stakeholders, we move on to the highlight of this evening's event. AG&P Pratham in the last 18 months had an eventful and exciting journey, and we are proud to showcase our 200 CNG stations across of AG&P Pratham. May I have the CNG station revealer, please?
इसके भी snapshots हैं।
Thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, the moment we at AG&P Pratham have been waiting for, the launch of the 201st CNG station and 4th LCNG station at Hebel, Mysuru. On behalf of the management and team of AG&P Pratham, I would request you to kindly declare this station open. Thank you, sir. We shall now connect to our 201 station live, where our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Chiradeep Datta, is present. Mr. Chiradeep, sir, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for inaugurating the 101st station for AG&P here at Hebel. We are at this historic city, and with me at this inauguration party where we have the she is in KS. Also, we have from Shilpa Prashant, principal, and Mr. Kautilya, who is the secretary, the school, and we also have Mr. Krishna, who is the MD of SINGH Manufacturing Company, and Mr. Ramapriya, director of Fleet MS of Trucks here in Mysore. I would like now Mrs. Kanabai to introduce herself and say a few words. She has been a pillar of strength for us in fast tracking all the permissions that we require.
Good evening, sir. Good evening all. Myself Kamala Bai. I am from Karnataka Administrative Service, Class 1, Gazetted Officer. I am the Assistant Commissioner of Mysore Subdivision and STM also. So it's glad to be here. And first of all, I would like to congratulate AG&P Pratham for taking such a lead, and especially in a country like India, where we are edging towards a developed country. And as I see here, this is one of the such an initiative where the population like the country like in India, where cost-effective, efficient-based, and easy to handle such a commercial and also residential purpose-based services which they are heading towards providing to the public. And so I wish AG&P Pratham very all the best in future also, and to open many more such stations in future and to lead such a good work. Thank you.
Yeah, now I will request Ms. Shilpa Prashant. She is the principal of the Naipunya School of Excellence. They have shown initiative by purchasing 2 CNG buses, which are, of course, used for applying school children. I would request Ms. Shilpa to say a few words.
Namaste to respected HARDEEP sir present here and everyone all present here. First of all, the Naipunya team wholeheartedly wishes the CNG and AG&P team launching this 201st station here. Hearty congratulations from the team. Yes, we are a new school which we have started this academic year 2022 with the premium infrastructure with 200 students on campus. We started with planning with a diesel bus to convert for our students to school, but the marketing team of AG&P Pratham was so successful in convincing us, saying that how effective it is when we go for CNG buses. And hence we have gone for 2 CNG buses here, and we are a very happy customer to have coordinated with them, to have a partnership with them, and the main reason being CNG buses are eco-friendly, and it is cost saving, which is very important as part of an institution, and we would like to continue our partnership with you. Thank you so much for providing this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Mr. Krishna, MD SINGH Carton Manufacturing Company. They are fleet owners having several trucks and buses. They have purchased 6 CNG trucks which ply from Mysore to various parts of Karnataka and beyond. So, Mr. Krishna, for interaction.
Good evening, sir, and other members present here. We are from SINGH Carton Manufacturing Company. We manufacture corrugated boxes, mainly used for industrial packaging. We have 22 vehicles of to export our goods. Which around 6 vehicles we have using CNGs, and we have seen a lot of difference between the diesel and the CNG thing. We are very happy with the CNG, especially on the maintenance cost and ease of having it. and moreover on the pilferage also. So I would like to congratulate AG&P Pratham to have their 201st station at Mysore, and they are also probably connecting the PNG to Mysore, which is again much needed in this place. So I congratulate AG&P.
Thank you, Mr. Krishna. Now, with the permission of Minister Sir, I request AC Madam, Mrs. Kamla, to fill CNG into the first auto rickshaw, who is our first customer on the auto rickshaw front here in Mysore. Sir, I have your permission.
Thank you, sir. Sir, it is our honor and privilege that you consented to be a part of this significant milestone in our journey. I now request Shri HARDEEP Singh Puri, Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Housing and Urban Affairs, to address the gathering.
Thank you very much. I want to start by congratulating AG&P Private Limited on the occasion of the 201st station, CNG station. I think it's a credible achievement which we saw depicted on the screen some time ago, that you already have 200 stations spread all across the country, and the 201st station is coming up in Mysuru. So my felicitations, my greetings to everyone who has been part of this very creditable exercise. I also want to compliment you. You've had our colleagues joining us from Miami, where it is what? I think about 8 in the morning, 8:30. And Tokyo and Osaka, where it should be Imawa Nanji desu ka, Tokyo, Osaka ni Kujihan? Kujihan? So desu ne. So, and Singapore 8 p.m. or rather 8:30, because we started half an hour ago. So my warmest congratulations to everyone on this occasion. I want to digress a little from my set speech or notes that were prepared for this meeting. And I just want to say that I was very struck by one of your stakeholders who joined us from across the world, who said that in some ways India provides a model for CNG, for the gas industry overall, for energy overall. I want to just share some personal thoughts with you. One is the challenge that we face in India. The second is the scale on which we have operated so far. And the third is, what is the future going forward from here? Insofar as the challenge is concerned, quite clearly, India is, as a country, in many respects, one of a kind. There is only one other country I know of which faces different kinds of challenges, but not the economic challenges we face, which is the People's Republic of China, where the population is as much as we've got or slightly more. And we'll slowly overtake them also, depending on how the global situation evolves. But the important thing is that we have managed in a short period of time, which is from 2014, when we had only 25 lakhs I mean, some of you who are not familiar with lakhs, a lakh is 100,000 connections. We have now taken that almost to 97 lakhs connections, which is almost a fourfold increase. The number of CGD or city gas distributions districts has increased 9 times, from 66 in 2014 to 630 in 2022. The number of CNG stations in India has gone up from 938 in 2014 to 4,629. And this is likely to go up to 8,000 CNG stations based on the increasing retail gas demand across the country. Any government anywhere in the world faced with this level of challenges will need to show political resolve, clear sense of direction in which to take this, and an ability to implement the decisions taken. I think on all fronts, Mr. Modi's government has demonstrated to the world that we mean business. To begin with, the share of gas in the overall energy mix, to increase it from 6% to 15%, to bring virtually 98% of the population of this country under city gas distributorship, and about 88-89% of the consumers. Now I know we have a lag somewhere in between, because some of the people who were, some of the entities who were awarded their city gas rights, they still have to fulfill their obligations under the minimum work program that they had accepted. Now, going forward from here, what is it that we wish to ensure in the current global situation? Clearly, the kind of situation we are facing on the energy front globally, whether it is production of crude oil, availability, both in terms of petrol, diesel, and gas, there are challenges. Why India is important on the global stage? I am very clear that the challenges in India are one of a kind. They are sui generis. We have a large population. There are issues of energy security, energy affordability. By security and affordability, it means availability also, and the need to make a transition. I was participating in a similar event, more or at an academic level, where somebody said the challenge is between one and the other. And I had to correct him to say the challenge is not between energy security and transition. We have to actually manage the transition within security. What do I mean? I cannot afford the kind of situation that you have, for instance, some countries like around India, where petrol and diesel and gas are not available for the love of money. And those who have supplied to those countries are fearing that they are vulnerable in terms of recovery of their decisions. Now, India will stand by our friends, but that's a separate issue. Energy security looked at in a context of Japan, a country which I know a little, a country where I have served, it assumes a slightly different dimension than energy security does in a country like India. Nihonno Jinko wa ima, how much is the population of Japan? 110. It used to be 110 million when I was there. 110 million, and contrast that with 100 and more. One kitna 1.34 hai, kitna 1.34, 1.4 plus billion. United States, a country which is a $20 trillion economy, all right, blessed with all the natural resources, whether it is crude, shale, whatever. But the fact that we are able to collaborate and that a company like AG&P Pratham can do it, that is the point I'm making. Good business means meeting the demands of the consumer in a manner that is affordable. Now, I can tell you a little bit about global situations and prices. You know, we have gone from a situation on crude when the pandemic reared its ugly head. Price of crude, I always quote a figure which is $19.56. But when I was in New York last week, some of my friends told me, you know, I've been reading your statement. You should have actually said that at one stage there was a negative. Yes, people were paying you to take the crude away because they had other issue. Yes, and then as a result of what happened, I'm not saying it's due to only an event which happened in February or something else. At the end of the day, when there is a mismatch of supply between the producer and the consumer, a 1% differential can make a difference of $100 a barrel. Okay? Now that is something we know. And yet we have to live with that situation. So how are we living with that situation? In India, for instance, the CNG price, on which I keep reading statements, has increased over the reference period in the National Capital Territory of Delhi by 77% since January 21, while corresponding increase in various international gas indices, which I have seen, is in the USA, Henry Hub 250%, Japan Korea marker 380%, Europe TTF to 620%, UK NBP 497. So please contrast the ability of the consumer to absorb an increase in countries like the United States, Europe, Japan and Korea with that of India. And yet, through a variety of measures, the government has been able to ensure that the customer has been cushioned against that. So I think when we cooperate with you, you should also rejoice in the fact that you have a big market here and a market where expansion also means a win-win for all the stakeholders. I mentioned something about not developing PNG connections as per the minimum work program. I take this, which was submitted to the PNGRB. I request everyone who's associated with this to please take all efforts to complete those connections as per the MWP in the stipulated given time period. I would prefer this to be done through a process of voluntary compliance, and I don't want to be in a position where we have to then look at measures from our sides to do it. Because this is a commitment that we made, and just as the government has a duty, I think the awardees of these concessions or contracts, etc., have equally an obligation to comply. Under the 11th and 11A CGD bidding round, 67 geographical areas are being developed by various entities. As per the MWP of these 67 GAs, approximately 6 crore households will be provided with PNG connection, and more than 9,500 CNG stations would be set up in the next 8 years. 7 crores is how many in? More, yeah. 70 million. 70 million. So if you look at what has already been done, I hate to use the term, but I think insofar as applicability, India is reaching the place where you could call universality. Everyone will have access to such resource in their homes at a convenient and affordable rate. Now, there are some areas where pipeline connectivity is yet to be established. And we are making the efforts there as well in order to make sure that it gets there quickly. In the coming times, these LCNG stations will have the capability of dispensing both CNG and LNG. LCNG stations address the major issue of the requirement of pipeline connectivity during the initial phase, developing a new geographical area where pipeline connectivity is yet to be established. But I also took the occasion when I was talking to that lady in the kitchen in Rajasthan. Where was it? Jaipur? Jodhpur. And you see the transformation in the lives. Now she is very modern. She has talked about the quantum jump in convenience from the cylinder to the pipe. But I think if you go back a little in time, the cylinder also was not available till some time ago. It was considered a luxury. Now, at that stage, as I was mentioning, the cylinder, you needed to keep a spare cylinder in the kitchen. And I remember those of us who were very young when the first cylinders arrived, I remember a lot of people complaining, oh, lift mein bhi late hai cylinder, so something gets damaged on the way, rolling, you know, ends of floors were chipping, etc. But it was much better than the stove, the kerosene stove or the chula or the angiti. Now we are going to a further pace. Now I have always said, and let this be a message to anyone who wants to understand what's happening. You know, human nature is such that necessity becomes the mother of inventions. Because you have a need, you're not going to stop. You're not going to rule. You will find a way of solving the problem. And therefore, I'm going to conclude, because this is one of my favorite subjects, but I want to conclude by once again congratulating you on your first station, on your 201st station. I want to congratulate my friends. My first station, I meant my friends in Mysuru in Karnataka, because I was seeing their picture on the screen. It's their first station with 18 crore investment, but it is your 201st station. I think both of you will draw strength from each other. I also want to thank your international partners, you know, whether from the same company or outside, Tokyo Gas, Osaka Gas. I've had the privilege of being a consumer for both in Tokyo and Osaka in my lifetime, and these are very good companies. I want to congratulate all of you, and may I conclude by wishing you all the best, and may you go from strength to strength. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, your presence and your words are a source of inspiration for our team, which is working tirelessly to achieve newer heights. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to invite Mr. Rituraj Mathur, Director AG&P, to propose the vote of thanks.
Dear Honorable Minister SHRI HARDEEP Puri, Mr. Jain, Mr. Kothari, Mr. Dwivedi, and officials from the ministry, we would like to extend our profound thanks for taking the time to inaugurate AG&P's 201 CNG stations. We are grateful for the ministry's ongoing support for the CGD industry, and we have seen directly today how this support is having a positive impact on consumers' daily lives. I'd also like to take this opportunity to extend our thanks to our investors, J-Big Join from the Japanese government, Osaka Gas, I2, who have all been tremendous believers in the Indian market and continue to support us as we grow. This concludes our program. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.